I'm not going to wait that long. Good afternoon, everybody. That's what happens when you have a limited nap window for your wife and kid. Lion Bizzle in with you. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I know I certainly am. I will admit I just stopped by our local Sunset Slush Bus for an Italian Ice. Banana and vanilla was my go-to. A little banana pudding take on a Saturday. It's hot out. I'm here for it. So you guys may notice things are a little different. I added a steering wheel to the mix. So, trying some different stuff, checking out some different things. So today, as you may see from Twitch, if you're watching on there, I'm going to run a little Taxi Life City Simulator. I have currently been enjoying this as an excellent, I'll call it time waster, when, nobody else is around, nobody else is doing a whole lot. So certainly glad to have you guys in checking things out. So we're going to jump into it here, and I'm still getting used to playing, so bear with me on that a little bit. Trying to figure out all the ins and outs of the game, learning all the different things. So as you can tell, I'm already out in the streets. This game is based in Barcelona, so you are actively driving the city streets. So you just pick up cab fares. There are different challenges and things to be mindful of. So it's just a fun little driving simulator. It's like Grand Theft Auto without the violence. I guess that depends on how you feel about that. But let's see. Let's make a fare that's worth a little money. We'll go pick up Mr. Lewis here. Feel free to check in on chat, and certainly like and follow all of the associated platforms. And still got to figure out exactly where my camera is best suited for this one. Still working out some kinks. The room is only so big. But so far everything looks pretty good. I'm not exactly sure the best spot for me on this one, but this is what we're going to go with today. So I've marked him as my target. And I'm going to try to do, see, I'm not far, but you can't just switch seats and go here. And they monitor everything. Speed limit, collisions, the whole works. So you really got to take a different approach. And I'm actually going to, since it's not necessarily the best opportunity, I'm still shifting through these. There we go. Different menus here, and things are a little different, but again, hopefully if you're just killing time, chatting, hanging out, whatever it may be, feel free to check in, because this is a lower impact option. I do have my collision turned on, so as far as where I could wind up being, I had my headlights on before I started. That's not really good. Apparently it wasn't my turn. You're going to get a lot of that with me because, different driving rules in all these different countries. This is going to be a tight fit, so we're going to be off to a banner start. Yes, game, I realize that I am in a bad spot. There we go. So we have our first fare. Switch to a quick change over here. There we go. All right, so just shy of 2 kilometers. Let's see how far we can get. Try not to hit anybody or tear up this vehicle since I just bought it. Still getting used to the wheel, but we'll make it work. Stoplights are a little different here in the States. You don't normally, at least in our area, we don't really get them over to the side here. So I just got to be mindful of where I am, what I'm doing. Speed limit's down in the bottom of the map there. It's different. Pedestrians have the right of way off the jump. So got to be mindful of that. And not knowing these streets that well, like I would my hometown, makes this very, very different. My lights were on. You guys saw them glowing in the back of that truck. Apparently not. So we're going to roll along here. Again, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Saturday. Feeling pretty good. As I just about run that red light. See, I'm too busy worried about what you guys are doing in chat. I don't want to miss anybody. And I am doing all of this from first person because my buddy Cold Cat is notorious for doing it that way, and I feel like it's only proper with a game like this. I do have other views, but for me, I feel like it's best suited in the cab, so that's what we're gonna do. And yes, that is not a bad set of pixels on the monitor. That is actually a bug on the windshield. So this game tries to match as much realism as they can. Jumpy, but and there are serious penalties for hitting pedestrians. They frown on that a lot. You can get pulled over, you can get speeding tickets, you can get all of those things. You can call the police if you're in an accident. All of those things are doable. Hey, look, a stoplight that's actually up there where I'm used to it. One thing you do have to be mindful of is the way a lot of these folks will, these computer-based drivers, they will beep at you, run you off the road, do all sorts of other stuff as long as you're in the, if you get in the way, they'll let you know about it. And you can look side to side. Oh. So there's the Arc de Triomphe, according to this, for Barcelona anyway. You saw that I had the option to scan that. There are XP pickups for those types of things to benefit you as best you can. I'm about to go to level 5. I've been playing this for a little bit, getting used to things. The one thing that I have the biggest issue with is the brake pad. Now, I have a shifter, but this game is not geared for it. It prefers the paddle shifters. As you can tell, I'm not that brave at this point to venture down that path. But I would rather use the shifter that I got with this rig, but we'll get there. And I realize this would be a lot better if I put multiple screens together and linked it all, but we're going to make the best of what we can. So, drop this person off. See what we get paid, if anything. So, Made it to level 5, so that's certainly a plus. So apparently I hit something along the way. Not exactly sure what it was. And then I oversteered through one particular roadway. I know which one that was, so I'm going to pay the price on that one. But I still get XP. They're just negatives. Still get paid. He did not tip me, so, you know, screw that guy. Don't have a lot of use for that nonsense, but, you know, it is what it is. So I got another guy nearby that will pay me X amount, but let's... I think my collision warning is what's on right now. Yeah, so you see the brake pedal will shift you into reverse. So if like you're kind of feathering the brakes, you see it switching me from forward to reverse. So I find myself in a lot of instances popping on the parking brake. So let's see what's next. Got a couple of folks nearby that we can do. Now it's 4:05 a.m. game time. I do have a, and yes, my company name is all sorts of inappropriate, but I don't care. So I have moved far enough along to hire a second driver. So hopefully we'll generate some more income that way. If you want to manage all of that, of course I can do that here. I can set up his work time. I can set up everything I need along the way there. There are other drivers that I can hire. That doesn't do me any good because I don't have the cars for it. Finances, that's issued weekly, so I don't have anything so far to do. Back to the map, and we'll go pick up, well, if I can't go right, I don't really want to go over Hell's Half Acre to get that guy. We'll go get Hugo. Choose him, populate it on the map. I'm going to back up just a little bit so I don't clip the guy in front of me. Wait on the person behind us. Oh, he's going to wait. Good for him. He may need the spot. And we're off and running again. I'm hoping to eventually get to an electric vehicle. There is one that's available. So I think that'd be pretty cool. You do have to manage your fuel, which I think this is a new car. That's the first fare I've had in this car. So that makes life a little interesting. It's a bigger car than what you start with. That's why you can tell my money's on the lower side. I just spent $5,000 on a new car. This one is more posh, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. I was trying to be polite to pedestrians. That guy, jerk face. That's the weird thing. If that's an accuracy, like a true thing, I'm a little close to the folks around me, apparently. One thing that I'm very much bothered by is the speed limit on a road could be 70, and it's got speed bumps. Hey, Colecat, how you doing, dude? Thanks for checking in. Yeah, see, like, it's 50 kilometers an hour, and there's just a speed bump randomly in the road. And your car will take damage if you're not paying attention. So, and that damage has to be paid for. All right. So we're going to slide back out into traffic here and get Hugo to where he needs to be. And you get weird stuff like that too. Some of this traffic is just odd. Like to go left here, well, this one's not going to do it. There's another spot in town. Yeah, I guess I did need to do that. Where you have to swing. Oh, nope. See, that's embarrassing, for sure. But you can see how the roadway is kind of blocked with it. Some of them are lanes that you have to be a part of. It's It's very odd. However, and then you can see down below me, below the screen here. Oh, I didn't get it. I was too close. Got too much of a turn through. But the patterns are weird. It's not as bad in the daytime, but driving at night, there's some weird single lanes versus triple lanes coming the other way. It's unique, but I mean, you know, if I were driving my own roads, I'd feel differently. But yeah, pedestrians are really what you got to watch out for. The penalty for those is the highest. You also have to, they'll just walk out in front of you. Yep, see? Random speed bump. There we go. A little XP added to the party. Yeah, see? Just anytime. Just weird crosswalk stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Colecat, I hope your trips are going well so far. And I see a bunch of other folks checking in on different platforms. Certainly appreciate that. Feel free to drop a little note in the chat there. All the conversation is good for me, no doubt. That, and I want to know what you guys are up to. What are you guys playing? What are you up to? At some point, I'll take you guys to the garage. I don't necessarily need to at this moment. See? Just stuck right out in the middle of nowhere. And you can see the patience bar just below my, just below me right down here. That is for the client, and that varies depending on the fare, depending on what you're doing, and yeah, see some weird bollards just stuck right out there. I also don't live in a large city, so that certainly makes life more interesting.
Can you turn on the radio?
I sure can. Well, I thought I could. There it is.
Thanks.
Hope that audio is not too loud. This guy's throwing down early in the morning. Constantly slowing down. I'm worried about pedestrians. Something fierce. Well, that's not what we're doing. Turn it down. vehicle over there, and I'm immediately freaking out. Are they going to turn? Are they going to walk out in front of me? What's happening? Waiting right there at the crosswalk. So the orange there you see that I'm just passing is a garage. So you could stop in on those, refill your vehicle's fuel, whatever you need to do. Repair, wear and tear on your vehicle, very much a thing. To be bothered about getting up on the curb, not so much anymore. See, it shifts automatically for me. It's very weird. Alright, let's see what Mr. Hugo had for us. So at some point along the way, I jumped into the wrong lane. I lost a little bit for it. Super worried about that. €533. We'll certainly take that. Let's take a trip to the garage. So I'm just in neutral. Yeah, no kidding. You can't tell necessarily which streets are one way, which ones aren't. Again, daylight is better for that, for sure. There we go. This is easier for me to talk to you guys. There are real-time traffic crashes that require police intervention. I mean, it adds a whole nother level to those. Road construction. I got a warning when I was playing a little bit yesterday. There was a parade that was going to cancel some routes and things of that nature. Very intuitive, this game, in a good way. It's very concerned about my collisions. Yeah, I don't know what we're waiting on right now, so we're gonna slide on around this guy. I guess he was, and sometimes you'll see them where they'll get glitched into waiting on an individual or a person or what they think is someone perceived to be walking across, but they're not. It's not perfect, but it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's a good time waster for me. And see, like you just saw two people move off to that side. If I sat there for just a moment longer, there's nothing that says that other guy wouldn't have just shown up and walked across on his own. All right, in the garage. So as you can see here, you'll pick up your fuel level, your, let's wanted to do. So it cost me €212 to fill this up, which means I'm running on a higher quality, just normal wear and tear. Get it cleaned up, because yes, the visual of your car will help with tips if you have a clean vehicle. All of these systems need to be maintained, but you're not looking at serious money. The fuel in this thing is kind of egregious, and you'll see as you pick up the small pieces, it will, if you did the full repair, it would take care of all this. But some of them you don't have to worry about. It's not as bad. Ugh, €212 for fuel, that sucks. So looking at the cars, I am far enough level that I can pick up the equivalent of the the Scion XB. That's where I'm at now. This is the one that you start with, but I have progressed far enough that I'm able to hire a driver, so I can do that along the way. He will come on, I believe, at 9. I think that's what I've got him set up for. Nope. Yeah, so you can see I've got him set up 9 to 5, so we'll go there. Nope. I have earned a skill point that I plan to put to good use. The question will be, though, for what? Extra XP. So you can pull up to a gas station and utilize that as well, so that's certainly an option. So that certainly proficiency works there. Most of the time, I'll just find a garage if I'm nearby. The gas station is last-ditch effort, because I'll come in and repair the whole thing. Keeps the car cleaner. Let's see. Fines for photo radars take less money, which is savings for those that are going egregiously over. I do not, because sure as I do, I will crash. Repair costs are cheaper. Hell yeah. There we go. Those of you that know. Those of you that don't, you shall soon learn. So in just 5 levels of game, look at it, 60 kilometers roughly. You can see some of the different situations. The unique conversations, like where that gentleman asked me to turn on the radio. Some people will ask you, just gradually, how do you like the city? How long have you been doing this? And you can be a jerk. That option is very much there. I have bought some different parts just for better long-term protection of the car. Also bought you have to buy the manual transmission if you want to go that route. But like I said, the shifter doesn't work on this. What I do like is there is a preset in the game for the controls for this particular wheel, and it's got several. So you've got several options you can do for that. But that certainly helps make it a lot more fun. Thank you to the folks that are checking in. I see we're got a couple on Twitch. Looks like the rest of them are going to be on YouTube and other places. So certainly appreciate that. Like, follow, share as best you can. Always appreciated. So we are currently vehicle off. So let's see where we're headed next. I'm probably going to take this fare. 1, there's some good money tied to it, and 2, there is fewer turns. Now, as you can see here, I'm going to scroll down just a bit. I'm still going to take that fare, but you'll see small accidents. You got your traffic cameras here. Different monuments that you can take photos of. And see, the ones that have the little check mark by them, I believe are ones that I have spotted. So any of the other ones I could still get experience for. This is going to be murals, things of that nature. And I would assume as the game progresses, I will pick up a lot more quadrants and space. There are also some challenges that you can do. Now, they're just going to be fairs, but they are some of the more challenging ones where you are having more factors. Like, people are talking to you. Like, this guy was like, are we going to be there soon? Like, there's a patience issue where they're trying to run you down. So, or just keep you busy. So, I pulled into the garage, but apparently it's going to make me back out. Glad my parking brake was still on. Before we get too far along. Sounds like I'm driving on gravel, but I'm not. And I do have all 3 mirrors. You got to deal with your optics on that, but yeah, see, in the daylight I would have a much better view of what this turn would look like out my driver's side window. The car was waiting for someone. Yep, and then you'll get warnings like that where I'm going to pull up the next intersection I'm going to go to. Traffic lights aren't behaving. So that'll add another layer. I think I can clear out of here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Speed limit's 50, but we're going to be stopping. Now it says they're not working properly. Now, a couple of things to consider there as you go along. I just stopped briefly to load those folks, so it may have reset. I'm still getting used to this vehicle, so there's sounded like you. Oh. See, they'll just walk. That guy almost had to pay a fine. But I do need to get over. There's the light that's not working. So it won't give you an exact location. It'll just give you a heads up. Again, some of these turns, because of parking, like, why is there a speed bump right off the turn? Makes no sense. What are you doing, Barcelona? Keep waiting for that set of blue lights to pop up behind me. But this is just going to be like any other simulator you run into. Farm sim, train sim. This is just for taxis. Yep. I will pay a penance for starting over in that far left lane. I will be punished with my potential for tip. But whatever. As much as I love the idea of traffic circles, they are a bit of a nightmare when you're not used to them 3 and 4 lanes deep. See, that guy wants to cross. The question is, when the light turns green, is he gonna? Honk at me all you want, sir. See, the lines are very sketchy, and then there's the railroad tracks and. Try doing this with a mouse and keyboard. I tried it. Not again. Yep, see, and I was in a bike lane there. I think I can get away with driving in it, but yeah, see, and it's hard to tell because sometimes it won't tell you what's a bike lane, what's not. Very odd. The more you do it, the more you're used to it. But I am not there yet. And say I'm on a bit of a hillside, so it started rolling me back, even though I'm just sitting here. Like that speed bump coming to a stoplight makes sense. Bit odd in the moment, but it makes sense. So if I let go of, like I got the brake pressed now and I'm in first. But as soon as I let go, you saw it shift to neutral. It's very strange how it does that. Oh no! No! Oh dang it. I should have seen it. That was painful. All that work for nothing. Eye of the green light. Meandered right on out in front of me. Oh, and not only do I lose that, but I also, because of, you know, hitting the pedestrian, the cops being called, and all those things, I lose the fare as well. So we're going to pull over right here and find ourselves a new person. Again? What you mean again, Thunder? You didn't see me run this. I may or may not have mentioned it to you, but you didn't see me hit nobody. All right. I think I saw where there's no right turn there. Is that what that says? Oh, no left turn. So let's look at the map here. See, so what I'm going to do here, so that guy apparently requires a big trunk, which I assume this car has. And that may be something that I hadn't even noticed. Certain fares require certain things. The guy that I've got assigned to start working, like the AI driver, he is scheduled to be in a touristy area, so I don't know how well that's going to go. I have not, like I hired the guy last night in game, and it hasn't made it to morning yet. Like I've worked overnight, which I can rest. There is the option in the garage to rest. I haven't done that. So I think I'm going to take this fare for a couple of reasons. It allows me to swing by that piece of architecture and get that scanned in. You know what? I'm going to sit here and finish my Sour Patch Kid waiting on that Jack Holder walk across the street. And because I work the way I work, he will probably wait until the moment I leave. Yeah. I can't sit too long, though. You'll see that patience meter starting to drop. Look at all of you. €100 a shot. I signaled. Go ahead. Shame, shame. Shame on me. I don't know what we're waiting on. I did not run that red. Yeah, see, here's that weird traffic bollard thing. Strange. Strange, strange. Yeah, so in order for me to cut across, like it makes it look like I need to go across there. But no, I'm just gonna bebop along. Traffic patterns in big cities are weird. I can do that too. I have a horn. Jerk face. Look at that. More than 7 feet of open road. $50 in this game. Again, I realize it's kilometers versus MPH, but 50 feels like I am just rolling. What you gonna do? Is that a police car or a taxi? I think it's a cop car. So we're gonna avoid that guy. For that. Whoa! Could have been bad. Whoop. And there is no cut across. It's right there. And it sounds like I'm destroying the transmission, but I don't really have a whole lot of choice at this moment. Ooh, weird parking job. See, that's the other thing. That was a 2-lane turn. Where the hell were we both supposed to go? Thankfully, it was just me there. What are we waiting on? It's so weird because there wasn't anybody crossing. See how much more your field of view changes when you've got that little bit of daylight? It's amazing how that works. Again, 2 lanes, one of them is used for parking. I'm so confused. Down here and pick this person up. So here's an example. 3, like this isn't 2 lanes, I don't think, but it's like 3 lanes over there. I'm gonna get pulled right here. If that's the thing. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to drag race this guy at the start. Park and brake.
Hello.
The question becomes, can I pull through here? Because you get penalized if you drive through areas where you shouldn't be. Got away with one. We'll call that a gift. I'm curious though as I drive by here. No, I don't think I could have driven through. I don't know why nobody wants to just take the freeway. Nobody wants to take the freeway. You can't just cook off at 70 mph for the heck of it. Like it has me in the far right lane, so that's what we're gonna try. I want to deal with freeway traffic. I would like to just cruise along at 70 kilometers an hour. That'd be great. One time. These guys want to go to these backwoods cafes in the middle of nowhere. So if you look at the little mini map here, you can't necessarily see it right behind me, but there's an accident like right up here. I'm gonna go up and turn right, and I want to be mindful because it looks like yep, there it is. That one's nice enough to be on the map. They're not all that nice. And I could rip through the city without a whole lot of trouble. I just don't want to. There may be a time, there may be a challenge, but I don't really have enough extra cash to just go ripping through. We were in Washington, D.C. last October. Those guys, 0 F's given. 0. Not the first one. You're going to try to walk across, aren't you? Yeah, see? That's that nonsense. That person should be ticketed for jaywalking. That's not safe. I should not lose money because that person gets hit. I feel like I'm in the right lane for this conversation. At least that looks like it from the map. Hate DC traffic. One reason why I never want to go back. Don't get me wrong. I prefer the Metro. That is my choice. If I've got an option here, the Metro is my go-to. It's easy. I can get most places I want to in the city without a whole lot of trouble. I love and will love the Metro. I keep a Metro card in my wallet on the off chance I am ever in town. One thing I will say that was underrated for me that I did not know how much I would like. Well, I didn't.
See ya.
Bye. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. Let me word it that way. The one thing I didn't expect to like as much as I did, and we're gonna pause just briefly here. I need to change some things up on my camera. You guys may notice some changes here as we're going. There. That way you guys can see the full map. So let's see. Small collisions for where that idiot pulled out in front of me. And driving in areas not available for cars. Again, with the turn radiuses on some of these, and I'm not used to them fully, I'm not really going to take a whole lot of crap for that in my personal opinion. 338 euros plus 50 for tip. I got 4 stars. Got 4 stars. So, James Franco. I don't know how I like the idea of picking up James Franco. Actually, I am going to pick up James Franco because it's just so bloody close. But what I am going to try to do... I don't have to change lanes, so that's a plus. I'm going to scoot up here. There's a piece of architecture right there that I should be able to scan, but I'm just not at the right spot for it. So... at one point or another, I'll just free drive and grab some of these.
Hello.
Hello, James. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to take the opportunity to merge on out now. Run on into the traffic circle here. I feel like I need to go up and across. I realize
I'm so grateful for
that
taxis.
scared the crap out of me.
My legs are extremely sore.
Sounds like you had a good workout day.
I did. I went for a long walk through the city.
Walking is a great way to exercise, even if it's tiring at first.
Maybe, one day, I'll be able to walk around the city without any trouble.
So, 100 XP just for giving decent answers. Again, you can be a jerk if you want. If you want to be that guy, you do you. Let's cook on through that intersection with all those beepers. Like, see, I appreciate 70 there, but it feels like it's a drag race as you run to some of these stoplights. And I realize you're in the morning commute now at 8:30. I am interested to see. I haven't had a driver come online yet, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Oh, it's only 50 now. Yeah, it was just that one little brief look at 70, and then it's back to 50. It's like driving 29 in and around our area. 80, 60, 70, 60, 80, 55. So, as the crow flies, I am 485 meters from where I need to be. But driving, I've got over a kilometer. Looks like I'm going to have a V-shaped turn here soon, so get over here, be ready for that. Knowing my luck, I've done all that just to hurry up and go into the right-hand side of a traffic circle. Yep. Son of a gun. I just want to get out of this intersection. Try not to hit a pedestrian. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't hate driving it. It's not a bad drive. It's better than 58 for those that know the area that are watching. But for those that don't, it's up and down. It's narrow bridges. You're sharing the road with semis. It's a roller coaster, but not in a good way. All the way around. I hear all these sirens, but I don't ever see any cars moving. Like I don't ever see like a police car in a police chase. It's just accidents pop up. All right, so it's 8:52 in game in the morning now. So in another couple of minutes, we're gonna see this other car go live, which should net me passive income, as the what I would describe as the saying goes. But we'll just have to see. I've also about decided that after this particular shift, I'm going to switch over to the old car. This car makes more money, this car offers more amenities, and I get that, but this car is much clunkier to drive. I need to go that way. I have no idea if I'll get penalized for that or not. Yep. 58 to South Boston is horrible. So I believe this is a full-on parking space. It is. So I'm going to save myself some trouble a little later.
Do you even have a driver's license? It was such a pleasure riding with you.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Certainly didn't make it sound that way, sir. I got tipped 10%. 10%? Really? So you see, you can do all of this. You can avoid the red lights. And I assume later on, I may be a little less, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I may behave a little worse. Alright, let's see if I can find my guy running around here somewhere. It's 9:07. Oh, he's on leave. He's out sick. Which it says he's sickly. I liked him the most, I'll be honest. Okay. I don't want that guy. He's a bad driver. Better car, better profit. He's sickly. Bad driver. Sickly. Oh, that's the guy I'm currently hiring. Great. Well, what is his deal? How in the world do I get to him? you know what? I'm going to do that just because I haven't found a way to get to him. Whew. Another parking lot. Alright, so the front of the sometimes you just need to do it this way. Oh, now I'm hanging halfway out the street.
Hello.
I may use this mode more just to get me out into the street. And then get back to where I was. I think I may have just ran that red light. I'm more anxious to get out of the way. There we go. That was a speed bump. Yep. Not crazy. Not crazy. I promise. Somebody didn't wait their turn. So Thunder, since you are watching as you were doing what you're doing, I'm just curious, are you seeing any frame rate issues, blippage, buffer issues? Just curious for the sake of the conversation. This is also one of those spots I mentioned where I got 3 lanes going the other way and only 1 this way. It makes no sense. Cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate the feedback. Oh, a 70 road. I didn't look at. No AC. Yeah, see, like 70 kilometers an hour feels just wicked fast for what looks like a city street. I'm in Spain, man. Barcelona. Well, let's join the fray. What is happening? What is happening? Oh. Let's just scoot out around some of this nonsense. Is there a light that I missed? No. That's a pedestrian. You guys stopped us there all the way over there? Really? I get obeying the pedestrian laws, I do, but she was across the street.
Thanks for the ride.
You are welcome. Thanks for using We Pull Out. I realize I may be the only one amused by that. And that's okay. Alright. Got a little bit of cash that time. What's next? What's next? I don't really want to have to go up and around again. If I don't have to, thank you. Ooh, I've hit level 6. I don't really run into issues with the speed, so I'm going to go ahead and max that company perk out. Make us some more money, which will allow us to handle repairs, because I'm about to go make some. We're going to the garage. There's the logo, sir. I don't get to custom upload, or that would maybe a different story. I debated on the rubber duck, but that has all sorts of weird felching connotation, and I don't want to do that. Lightning bolt, crotch burn, gearhead. Oh, no, wait. I did opt for the duck. So we'll go with that. Let's see if Dingus is still out. Now he's just unavailable. What the heck? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves mobile on up to the garage here. I don't have anybody with me, so I can get in it a little bit, try some different stuff. Try not to have an accident. Garage is in orange. There it is. How in the name? You know what? I will take that as a first successful attempt. What a horrible spot. I'm sure there is... the damage isn't as significant as I thought. So I reserve the option to just refuel a little bit. Like a gallon at a time or what, a liter at a time? Nah. Not interested. Fill it up. So we're back to full throttle. Now, I've leveled up a couple of times, so let's look at some of our options here. So there's your base engine. Premium engine for power, the exclusive engine for super speed. I barely get to the speed limits I'm supposed to be at now. What in the world makes you think I'm going to use super speed? Let's check on the brakes. Ventilated disc brakes, ceramic brakes. Now that's going to be a thing. That you bet dollars to donuts I'm dropping $1,200 on that if I ever make it to level 12. That's why. That makes a lot of sense. So this car comes... I'm in arcade mode. That's why it's bouncing all over the place. There. That should make this car drive much smoother. I missed that along the way. I can change things in the cabin? So many choices. Yeah, stop on a dime is right. Oh, do we want to go with the Bumblebee look? Nah. I like that, actually. And then let's see here. More accent pieces. We're in Barcelona. It's got to be the soccer ball. Stop. The Elvis duck? What? Dragon? King duck? Pirate duck? I don't know who that is. These are so stupid. A watch? A pocket watch? No, that just looks dirty. The dragon's pretty cool, but you're not wrong. You are not wrong. It's just the way that one hit me in the moment was like, wait, what? We're going Elvis Duck. That is the only acceptable option. Stop it. I missed all of this. Oh, now I don't know. Absolutely. What offsets the orange? I don't know. I guess probably the yellow. But the green is the thing. Oh God! Here comes the Saints Row. Saints Row meets Taxi Driver. What? Oh God! Oh no! This is horrible. This is bad. This is bad for business, folks. This is. Oh yeah, the 5-star spokes. 100%. Spoiler. Yes. I am wasting a crap ton of. I never looked. Honest to God, I never thought this was the level of customization I'd get. Stop it! No, no, it does not have kneecappers. I'll have to see if the devs could get that put in. Like, I mean, I don't know who they are, but I. Does this allow me to get better paid? Like, that's the thing. Does this offer me any benefit other? Because I'm driving in first person. I am so confused. I mean, I'm not confused. Like, I know. I just missed it all. Yeah. Somebody call exhibit. We're going for it. Oh my Lord. This changes everything. Insert the Tokyo Drift music here. So there's part of me that wants to wait. Like, I realize this costs money to just sit here, but I kind of want to see what it looks like with the other driver. Like, I get that, but my other guy's out sick. So. Now. The non-assigned driver got. It turned me around. Dang it. I don't understand why he's not. So confused. Damn it, that's not what I wanted. to just use the mouse for this and be done. There. Now, that other guy should be on the map. I've wasted a bunch of money on it, I realize. But he better be on the bloody map. Why is he not available? I'm very confused. I've yet to make a bit of profit off this dude. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want you to be... I'll tell you what, we'll do that. I don't understand why he's not on, but it is what it is. Let's see what this new look is. What? I do like the new look interior too, though. No more of the weird shifting transmission destroying noise. I like it. All right. All is quiet. So, Thunder, one other little tidbit for you based off of when I picked up that first car, like the one it gives you to start with, it actually was in automatic. That's why it caught me off guard. Like, I had to buy the manual for it. So it threw me for a bit of a loop. To the park. Pedestrian. fancy. Yeah, it does. It feels like it's less clunky. I realize it's not a perfect world by any means. Oh, well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that commentary. Well, shoot. Oh well. I don't appreciate that spam bot. Damn, rolling forward because of a stupid spin. Don't you walk into my vehicle, jerk. Slow so I can get hopefully pull the XP off of this. Oh no, I've already got it. We're good. Yeah, he's on Twitch. He's a turd. There's one. Boom! It's 200 XP. Into the circle. Yes, Pinky. Yes, this transmission is much better. loop all the way around. I have not gotten enough followers and things to be able to do that, so not as of yet. I would if I could, sir, trust me. I'm sitting behind a police officer. Yeah. Thank you for that. I don't know what to... It wanted me to do a U-turn, but I couldn't do the other. It's weird. Her patience is wearing thin. Dude, let me over. Well, he was pulling over to park, so I didn't know what the... Dang, that's narrow. Like, I am seriously flirting with the curb. Curious how close I am on the other. I got more space than it looks like. Whew. That's a damn tight fit in there. Yeah, right. Were there not already a car down that road and me following the map, I wouldn't have disagreed with that statement at all. Jeez. All this just to go down and across, where I should have turned already. It's green. What are we doing? They're waiting to go right. Well, and see, that's the thing. This is one of the what looks like one of the widers, but it's still giving Prius vibes. And I can't really back up. I can, I guess. Parking brake. I'm not far from the lady's destination. I just gotta get her there. Here's another one. All I know is my truck's not going down that road. Not a chance. Right, 100%. I agree with you completely. That was my thought. Only got 3 stars there. I would assume, yeah, I cut across a couple of places that weren't, so I don't really hate it. No, your SUV's not getting down there either. 249. Let's get these wipers to do their job. Get rid of these bugs. Guys just steadily back there beeping. Alright. What is this? 4+ passengers. So I assume he is ineligible for me. It's the assumption, I don't know, but it's kind of what I'm feeling like. So we will take this guy or this lady. You are correct. I could. Cooking along here, very much speeding. Police again. Thank you, game. I chose to roll forward. I swear. Some of these roads. Did you report him? Is that how that worked? Thank you, sir. Much appreciate that. Well, the problem is the spammer is going to take equally as quick action to come right back. Oh. Again, that's another one of those weird right turns. You don't know what's parking and what's not. Oh, you found an emoji. Uh-oh, what could it be? You're going to have to break that down for me because I can't tell. No, no. Nope. You use that again, I'm going to report you. Don't be bringing that nonsense in this stream. Jar Jar. Get out of here with that. Darth Jar Jar. Oh, God. I do very much, though, believe that's a thing. Sidious was the devil we knew. Jar Jar was the devil we didn't. And hell, he single-handedly voted. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He cast the vote. See what I mean about how aggressive these speed bumps are in the middle of the road? Like, it'd be different if I were coming to a stoplight, but I wasn't.
Is it busy for you today?
It's been a slow day so far. Not many people seem to be needing a ride today.
That's too bad.
I'm happy to have a more relaxed day today.
Oh, really?
It gives me a chance to take in the sights and enjoy the ride.
It's good that you have a positive attitude towards it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
What? You mean her conversation? Me either. Gets me every bloody time. Jeez, careful there, fella. It's 70 through here. Plenty of people. It doesn't feel like 40. As I'm driving on a single screen, it does not feel like 40. trying to see what's around the corner. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yes, yes, I'm aware. Misread the turn. Wrong button. Take all the XP I can get. Like, to me, that left lane there isn't parking. It's driving. It's so weird. See? Exactly. See, you got a lane here, parking lane, lane there. It just... Never in my life thought I'd be hoping to drive on the 101. Excuse me. Not even a word of thanks. Bet you there's no tip given. Oh, 5 stars. How about that? 5 stars. Oh, I'll take it. So that means I didn't do anything wrong. Nope. One small collision. Must have been curb or a bollard or something. I don't know. That gives me a little bit of... bit of help along the way. Let's see here. We'll do Mr. Grant before we call it an afternoon. We'll also let this car come on by and the one behind it. Okay. Oh, Elvis duck. weird spot for pickup. You know, middle of the street and all.
Hey!
Hey! How we doing? See, these bollards stuck out in the middle make it interesting. I don't think I'm in a lane. I think this is parking. I will lose points for all of that. No, I was good. I was good. Sweet. There beeth an accident in front of us. The question is, which lane is the right lane? It's the left lane. See you later, dude. Careful there, buddy. Depth perception's a little off. That's the other reason I want the ceramic brakes. Such an abrupt lane change. I don't know why. No, I do now. We're gonna go all the way around, so let's just scoot over. What are you doing? I stayed in my lane. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, there's, I mean, as bad as some of these pedestrians are, I could potentially save money there even if I give them a little whiplash. Come on then. Jerk face. What is happening? You got all that lane. What are you doing? What am I colliding with? There's nothing there. we go with some more nonsense. Loop all the way around. Why don't y'all just get out here? Odd. So odd. What are you doing? Made it.
Bye.
Bye, dude. Made me worry there. 4 stars. No tip. No tip. For what? No. That's just frustrating. That is just frustrating. Alright. Well, that is where I'm going to stop for the afternoon. I may be back on doing something else later. We'll just have to kind of see how we circle the wagons a little bit. Thank you guys for checking in. Certainly appreciate that, all the conversation and the check-ins. You know what? I even appreciate that spam bot because it's one more chat message than I would have had, even though he was a complete trash bag. You guys have an awesome evening, and we will catch you guys next time.